Hello drama lovers, welcome back to K-pop world. There's a sentence that, once you hear it, lingers in your mind for a very long time. I don't know who he is, but his face feels like it once saved me. That sentence came from the mouth of a man known for his calm demeanor, quiet charisma, and almost unshakable composure on camera. Xiao Zhan. But this time, it's not about a role in a drama. It's not about a new film project either. This is about a reality that no one predicted. A single incident that made time seem to stop. And a single name, forgotten. Wang Yibo. That night, the camera only caught a glimpse. But it was enough to shake millions of hearts. A blank stare from someone who used to know you so well. A faint smile from someone you once called home. And behind all of that, tears falling silently from Wang Yibo. The news came like a cold wind in the middle of summer. Sudden, unexpected. Xiao Zhan, the actor who always appeared composed and radiant at every event, suddenly vanished from the spotlight. Media outlets began speculating, but no one could give a clear answer. Then, one morning, a photo circulated. Blurry, cropped, taken from a distance, but unmistakable. It was Xiao Zhan, being wheeled out of a hospital, surrounded by staff and tight security. His face was pale, his eyes distant, and the fans who saw it knew immediately. This wasn't just exhaustion. Rumors spread like wildfire. Xiao Zhan had suffered a head injury. Some said it was an on-set accident. Others suspected long-term stress. Some even whispered about a car crash. But of all the theories, one piece of information slowly emerged as the truth. Xiao Zhan had lost part of his memory. Time passed, but the truth didn't arrive with it. The media grew quiet. Fans waited, but silence doesn't always mean peace. And when whispers began to circulate that Xiao Zhan would appear on a variety show, hope started to grow again. At the very least, he was healthy enough to stand under the lights once more. But no one was ready for what happened on that stage. One moment, that made the entire room fall silent. Xiao Zhan stepped in. His familiar smile was there, a quiet curve on his lips. But something was missing. His eyes were hollow. Then someone else walked in from the other side of the stage. Steady steps, a serious face, a small smile, hiding something deeply personal. Wang Yibo, so close, so familiar, so meaningful, at least for fans who understood what they once meant to each other. And when the two of them stood side by side, there was no laughter, no warm embrace, only a silence that weighed heavy in the air. Wang Yibo spoke softly, his voice barely audible. Zhanji. Xiao Zhan turned, smiled gently, and said, "Sorry, have we met before?" In that instant, time stood still. A single sentence that erased every memory, every fight, every feeling. Wang Yibo froze. He didn't argue. He didn't panic. But his eyes, those calm, steady eyes, began to glisten. He smiled, just a little, forced, and said, "It's okay. I was just passing by." When the show ended, many assumed it was scripted, a gimmick to boost ratings. But those who paid close attention knew it was real. In the days that followed, social media exploded with a single question. What really happened to Xiao Zhan? Fan accounts tried to verify the situation, but the only response they received was, "Please pray for his full recovery." Behind the curtain, however, whispers from production staff started to leak. They revealed that Xiao Zhan was indeed suffering from selective memory loss, a condition where specific memories are lost due to trauma or injury. Not everything, just fragments, pieces, and one of those missing pieces was his memories of Wang Yibo. One staff member even shared, "He often says he feels like something's missing, but he doesn't know what. He says Wang Yibo's face makes him feel safe, but he can't remember why." Fans felt a kind of grief that words couldn't express, not just because their idol was hurting, but because a connection they had cherished for years was seemingly erased overnight. A bond built through quiet glances behind the scenes, through silent understanding when the cameras weren't looking, through support that wasn't spoken, but always felt. And now, it was just a shadow, a memory held by only one of them. Meanwhile, Wang Yibo remained silent. No public statement, No clarification. Only one post on his personal account. A black and white photo of a starless night sky. And a single sentence. If you forget me, let me be the stranger who still protects you. The comments section erupted. Fans cried. Even skeptics said nothing. Because what do you say when love becomes invisible? When the person who used to say your name now says, "Nice to meet you." But then, something changed. During a private ambassador session, one lucky fan got a chance to speak to Xiao Zhan directly. Nervously, she asked, "Do you still remember Ibo?" Xiao Zhan paused, smiled gently, and answered, "Ibo, that name comes up a lot lately, but I can't quite connect a face to it." He chuckled softly. "Strange, right? But every time I hear that name, I feel warm." Do you know what that means? Maybe not everything is lost. Maybe the heart remembers what the mind forgets. And maybe love never truly disappears, even when its name has been forgotten. This story isn't about fame. It's not about headlines or TV appearances. It's about two souls so deeply intertwined that when one is in pain, the other bleeds. And now, the only thing Wang Yibo can do is wait, silently, without asking to be recognized, without begging to be remembered, just staying there, becoming a name without a face, a protector without a title. Today, Xiao Zhan might still not be able to say Wang Yibo with full clarity, but watch his eyes when that name is mentioned. There's something there, something unspoken, something that's still alive. And maybe that's enough for now. So what do you think, drama lovers? Do you believe Xiao Zhan will recover and remember Wang Yibo again? Or has this relationship changed forever into a memory held by only one side? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Because as always, we're not just watching a story, we're feeling it. And if someday, on a stage, in an interview, or even off camera, Xiao Zhan finally says that name again, not out of obligation, but because his heart remembers, then we'll all know love never truly disappears. It only sleeps until it's called by name. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you in the next video, only on K-Pop World, where stories aren't just told, they are lived.